Right, Kirsten Rogers taking the handoff. He's gone 50 yards to the house. Look at that guy run. More of this game coming up. St. Michael's, Josh Murphy. He'll find Calvin Cairn for the 72-yard TD. And 1st and 10 starts now. All right, welcome in. It's week 3 of high school football on the Gulf Coast, and do we ever have some meaningful games tonight? 10 games, all but one are region matchups. One of the biggest went down on the Eastern Shore with Fairhope hosting Daphne in 7A Region 1. It's our Fox 10 Game of the Week. All right, covering all the action for us tonight from the war on the Eastern Shore is our own Dacian Smith. Dacian, a lot of buildup going into this one, and it rarely disappoints. And man, you could say that for tonight's game, couldn't you?
Hey, absolutely, Hal. You said it best. It's called the war on the Eastern Shore for a reason. It's a big 7A matchup. Daphne, Fairhope, everybody wants to win this game each year. Tonight's game did not disappoint at all. Take a look.
And with that, the war on the Eastern Shore is on. Daphne versus Fairhope for the 33rd time. Fairhope starts with the ball. Quaylen McCants takes the handoff, gets hit immediately, and loses the ball. Daphne recovers and turns it over to their offense. Daphne starts fast. Caden Pierce unloads it deep to Richard Cleveland. He fights through the contact and sets the Trojans up with 1st and goal. Fairhope's defense holds the Trojans to a field goal, and Daphne takes a 3-0 lead early in the 1st quarter. Fairhope's next drive stalls at the 31-yard line. Luke Freer drills a 47-yard field goal to tie things up at 3. On to the 2nd quarter, Tyler Bradley bounces it to the outside before getting knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Next play, Bradley finishes what he started. He takes it up the middle for the touchdown. Trojans up 10-3. Next drive for the Trojans at the Fairhope 28-yard line. Nick Clark takes the handoff, and he's gone for the touchdown. Daphne takes a 17-3 lead. Time winding down in the half, Trojans backed up deep in their own territory. Pierce trying to make something happen, but he's intercepted by Amir Adams, and it's a pick 6 to bring it within 7. The Trojans take a 17-10 lead into halftime.
Hey, and Fairhope would come back, pouring it on in the 2nd half. This game had to go to overtime. Fairhope pulls it out in the end, 38-31. The cup is coming back in here to Fairhope. Now we caught up with head coach Tim Carter, who couldn't stop talking about the fight of his team. Take a listen.
Oh, absolutely. These guys are resilient. I mean, we put them through a lot in the winter and the spring trying to build that image, and they got it naturally. And I tell you what, they love each other, and they play really hard together.
Hey, and as you can tell, the game just ended a little bit ago. The celebration is still on. Fairhope, the cup is coming back here thanks to these guys. Again, they pull it off 38-31. The war on the Eastern Shore lived up to the hype. These guys are excited. They're partying all night long. Hustlin' Hal, a lot to be proud of here in Fairhope. Definitely one that everybody's going to remember for the rest of the season. Hal, can you guys top that for the rest of the night? How'd the rest of the night go?
Dacian, I don't know, but as you said, these guys are partying. What a battle down on the bay tonight. You had a great one. Now, from the Eastern Shore to Theodore, the Bobcats rebounded from an early deficit to squeak by Baker last week in their region opener, while Alma Bryant took down MGN handily. Now, one team would take their first loss tonight. Let's head to Theodore for the action. All right, back at home in front of the Bobcat faithful tonight. Theodore takes the field. 1st quarter action, Kirsten Rogers. He'll fight his way through the line there. No problem. In for the 5-yard touchdown. That puts Theodore up 14-0 at that point. First play here of the 2nd quarter. Various Sullivan on the end around. 12 yards. TD, nothing to it. Theodore up 28-0. And this is a big win for Theodore. I mean, 71-0. Better check that. Are we sure that they poured it on tonight out there in Theodore? 71-0 over Alma Bryant. What a rout by the Bobcats. Now, moving on. Saraland at McGill-Tulane. Yellow Jackets, they're coming in. This is second quarter action. We're picking this up. The Spartans, Gabe Reynolds, he'll throw this 65-yard TD pass. Gerald Williams right there for it. He'll take it in for the score. Big play. Big score for the Spartans right there. Next we got Andrew Murchison. He'll hand off to Tony Ings for the Yellow Jackets. Now he goes in for the TD score. And we had a good one tonight there at the lip. Now, Jack Smith back to punt. But the ball's over his head. He goes back to get it out of the end zone, and that's a McT safety right there. Now, this one goes to the final. Saraland taking it to McGill, 32-22. That big 6A Region 1 matchup there. All right, moving on. Baldwin County at Blunt tonight. Cheerleaders, crowd ready for this week 3 action. Blunt looking for its first win. Baldwin County with the ball. They're looking for someone. But Anthony Jones for Blunt, he's there. He has other plans. He picks this one off, and it's off to the races. He'll eventually be brought down and dash the hopes of the Tigers there. Now, Baldwin County again, quarterback Rodarius Brown. He finds Hunter Thomas for the big gain. But this one's 0-0 at halftime, and check this score. The other was 72-0. This one's 2-0. That's real, 2-0. That's how this one ended. Baldwin County taking out Blunt. Blunt starts the season 0-3. Now, don't go anywhere. We've got more highlights straight ahead, including a game from last night between St. Michael and Jackson. Can Phillip Rivers take the Cards past the Aggies to go 2-0? We'll find out coming up next.
The First and 10 scoreboard is sponsored by New Horizons Credit Union.
Welcome back to First and 10. UMS Wright hosting LaFleur tonight. Both teams starting region play. The Dogs riding high off a win last week against Mobile Christian. The Rattlers were off last week. Let's head to Irvin S. Cooper Stadium. And the students there at UMS wearing yellow tonight to support childhood cancer awareness. Onto the action. It's already 24-0 third quarter. Barton Elliott hands off to Cole Blaylock. Just does what he does into the end zone for the touchdown there. Running game going well tonight for the Bulldogs. Clark Turner will take it up the middle on this one with a 5-yard gain. Barton Elliott then will get the handoff, or he hands off, to Cole Blaylock again. Blaylock make a great run, this time a 52-yard gain all the way to the end zone. And this one ends 52-0. Big shutout there at Irvin S. Cooper Stadium tonight for the Bulldogs over the Rattlers. Now moving on to Williamson. St. Paul's just up Old Shell Road. Nice friendly meeting there at the center of the field, showing their sportsmanship. Daniel Miller of Williamson hands it off to the speedy Jacoby Shaw. He'll pick up 7 before being brought down. St. Paul's gets on the scoreboard here. Grayson Miles hits a 24-yard field goal. It's good, and it's 3-0 St. Paul's. John Wallace Holiday passes it to Charles Hensley. That's a 5-yard pass, first down. St. Paul's later went up 10-0 in the second quarter, and they end up winning this one over Williamson in a tough-fought game at home, 16-12 over the Lions. On to BC Rain and Satsuma. Got the dance team there for the Raiders and the BC Rain band pumping up the crowd for week 3. BC Rain knocking on the door early in the third quarter. It's a quick handoff. Bryce Baldwin, who will make a couple men miss, he'll stroll in for the easy touchdown in the third. Satsuma looking to get something going in the fourth. Now Devin Stanley, he'll keep it himself, get some blocks, make his way to put some points on the board. And Satsuma, though, would fall in this one. That would be their only score. BC Rain rolls 28-7. Now, on to Escambia County visiting Mobile Christian tonight. Leopards run out onto the field, getting ready to start the action. Now, Mobile Christians, come by, throws a bomb. Aaron Rodgers for Leopards. He'll get the TD, put them on the board 7-0. Now, Jaden Lawson, he'll intercept the pass, and they'll go on to win this 34-0 handily over Escambia County tonight. Moving on, got a lot to get to. Washington County at St. Luke's tonight. Get the boys pumping up the guys from the sideline there. Want to see the Wildcats in action, and they'll take advantage of a bad snap by Washington County, and DeVarius Simmons takes it in for the score, puts him up 7-0. Now, they end up running away with this one 54-0, everybody. There's been a lot of blowouts tonight, other than our game of the week, of course. Now, on to Jackson St. Michael from last night. Cardinals band setting the tone for the night, getting it going. Walter Taylor, 68-yard pass to Jamarian Sampson. That's a score from Jackson. He'll take it all the way into the end zone. The long TD reception. Now we've got Josh Murphy. Calvin, he ends up pulling this one out. St. Michael's goes on to win this 24-21. And yes, did go to 2-0. And that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us on First and 10. We'll be right back here next week, same time.